Hey, welcome to episode 160 of Credit 101. In this episode, we're going to talk about how soon can you get a credit card after you file bankruptcy. Now, the timing is honestly going to be depending on the bankruptcy that you're going to file. So let's actually talk about that. If you guys file Chapter 7 bankruptcy, usually you can get credit cards immediately after your discharge. I see a lot of people saying that they're able to get like they had Capital One, they included them in their bankruptcy, and Capital One gave them another credit card once their bankruptcy was discharged, like literally. Now, usually it's going to take about 3 to 6 months after you file for your bankruptcy for it to be discharged. But you should be able to get credit cards immediately. You also can get credit cards immediately after Chapter 13 bankruptcy. I believe you do have to ask for approval to apply for anything when you're in Chapter 13 bankruptcy. Ask, because I just cannot be the one to tell you that. But I have seen people, and you know what? When I filed Chapter 13 bankruptcy, mine was dismissed. So I guess I can talk. I filed for, after I did Chapter 13 bankruptcy, I didn't go through with my bankruptcy. It was dismissed. But after I filed for it, I got credit cards right away, and my credit scores went up to the 700s. Even myself, in less than 6 months after Chapter 13 bankruptcy, because I usually say wait a year after filing. And I did a lot of research on this. My notes is even telling me to tell you that right now because that's what my research says. But I did not wait that year. So let me just throw that out there. But those were mostly, they were all secured debts. And when you file Chapter 7 bankruptcy, you should be able to get unsecured debts, but understand that it may be better for you to apply for secured debts because you can possibly have like no annual fees. When we're going to talk about this in the next one, let's start talking about it. The different types of credit cards you might qualify for. So you guys can qualify for secured credit cards. You may have a decent chance of getting retail credit cards, like store credit cards. A lot of the credit cards is going to be subprime credit cards. These credit cards are designed for individuals with poor history, those that's looking to rebuild their credit, but they got horrible annual fees. If you see maintenance fees, these are the things you want to stay away from. Okay, and these debts also can be unsecured credit cards. We don't have to put a deposit down, but understand that your credit is probably messed up, honestly, right after you file bankruptcy. You have not worked to try to remove the bankruptcy. You you didn't try to work to remove the accounts on your credit reports yet. So if you have not tried to do these different things yet, your credit score is going to be very, very low, which means that you're going to most likely get approvals from companies that's going to try to charge you a high fee in terms of your annual fee and maintenance fees. And we don't want that. I would rather you guys get a secure credit card with Navy, Federal, Discover, and Capital One. Those are the top 3 to go to, and then find a credit union in your area or whatever bank you bank with. Get a secure credit card with them because they most likely don't have an annual fee. And then some of them can give you cash back and rewards, like the Discover credit card can give you rewards. But Discover do not like a bankruptcy on your credit report. So if you're going to apply for it, I would suggest you remove that bankruptcy first before you apply, or just move on with another company and keep asking Discover to let you in. And every month, just keep asking as you increase your credit score. And whenever they say yes, you get in there. Okay. Think about that with a lot of these credit cards, especially when you're in a process of trying to repair your credit after you messed it up. Now, there's going to be some factors that's going to go into you actually getting approved. So your credit score, the higher your credit score is, you guys, the greater chance you have getting approved. So make sure going forward after your bankruptcy, you paying everything on time. Think of this as a new chance at life. You're not messing up anymore, paying everything on time, everything on auto pay. You're not going to get any credit cards that you're not going to pay. You're just going to make sure that you have everything in order. Also, your income. Depending on your income, certain lenders are going to look at your debt to income ratio, and they're going to consider if you got enough money to pay these debts that you're trying to basically get. And then they want to ensure that your bankruptcy has been fully discharged or closed before you apply for credit. So this is something that you can check on also. And then they want to see that you have demonstrated some current financial habits that's showing that you have great behavior when it comes down to credit. Again, you're not maxing out your credit cards when you finally get them. You're making everything on time. You're paying everything on time, and you're not getting to the point where your debt to income ratio is just out of control. Now, the next thing is you guys have to know like the steps to take before applying for credit. If I were you all, I would check my credit reports. Anything that's on there that's reporting inaccurately and is negative, I'm working to get those things removed, including the bankruptcy. A lot of times they're not reporting the bankruptcies correctly. So that'd be another thing I know I need to get off of there. So I would do that, remove any negative accounts. I will apply for new credit. I always tell people to have 4 credit cards and 2 installment accounts. So again, if I have to do it all over again, I'm going to have this bankruptcy on my credit reports. I'm going to try to go for secure credit cards that's going to graduate to an unsecured credit card. I'll just put that money down on it, like Capital One, Navy Federal, and Discover. Those will be my top 3 I'm going to go with. And then if I need more credit cards, I'll think about Open Sky, and then I'll think about the credit builder card. But I'm going to show you all my website so that you guys can see how to navigate it, because I have all these credit cards on there so you can actually check it and get 2 installment accounts. If you already got student loans, that can help you. If you already got a car reporting, that can help you. But you could technically, if you know you need to get another vehicle because you gave your vehicle, whatever the situation could have been for your bankruptcy, maybe you can get another vehicle that can report to the credit bureaus. But I would suggest you guys wait. Don't get one so soon. I would suggest that you all wait to actually get the car when you get your credit score up, or try to see if you can get a co-signer for that. But you can also do like personal loans. Navy Federal got their pledge loan. These are the different things that you can actually do. And this is things that I'm suggesting. And then make sure that you guys consult with a credit counselor and save money for emergencies. Look into Dave Ramsey. I like credit, but I still love Dave Ramsey in terms of debt. Having debt around is not a good thing, because you don't want to get yourself back in the same situation. So look into Dave Ramsey to look at some different things you can do to save money and actually make sure you don't go back into debt. Hey, beautiful people, welcome to episode 161 of Credit 101. In this episode, we're going to talk about how you can boost your credit history without actually opening new accounts. So I always tell you guys that I want you guys to have 4 credit cards reporting on your credit reports and 2 installment accounts. You guys may already have, like me, I have a lot of credit cards. If I add any new credit cards in my credit report right now, my credit score is going to be lower. So I want you guys to come up with different ways, which I'm going to tell you now, to actually increase your credit score. And this is what I look at too, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need a little bit more points. I want to be at a certain number. These are different things I look at too, to see if I got all of this in check. And this can help you all too. This is really for those people that already got more than 4, I would say 4 to 8 credit cards, already reporting your credit reports. Sometimes adding a new account is going to lower your credit score, because you got to have a new hard inquiry, and your average age is going to be messed up, and that's not what we want. So hopefully this helped you all, but let's get into the different things that you all can do. Now, the first thing is you have to make sure that if you want to boost your credit score, you want to make sure that you're paying all of your accounts on time. So ensure that all your bills are paid on time, including your credit cards, loans, utilities, and they are paid before the due date. Set up automatic payment and reminders too, to avoid a late payment. I tell you guys that all the time. I have all of my minimum payments set on auto pay. And if you guys find that you have late payments on your credit reports, I suggest you all remove those late payments. On my website, here is my website here, Rickita.com. You'll see I have dispute letters for late payments. Work to remove those late payments from your credit reports. Okay, work to remove those late payments from your credit reports. And I also have other letters there if you have other negative accounts too, and you need to actually increase your credit score. I'm going to show you that at the very end too. So just stick around. I'll show you guys how to get those letters, because I even have some free ones available. Next, you want to reduce your credit utilization. Now, a lot of time they say keep your credit balance below 30% limit every month. I tell you guys to pay your statement balance by your due date and keep that number at 5% for the best possible credit score that you can have. So just see if you can pay down some of your credit cards right now to help with your utilization, and that can help with your actual history and actually your credit score too. Think about asking for an increase on your credit cards. So ask these different companies that you have, ask them for an increase. So the higher the credit limit, that can help improve your utilization also. So contact their credit card issuer and request a credit limit increase. And then this can help you with your overall utilization too, bringing it down. So this is a great one. Make sure that you guys maintain your old accounts. A lot of times people want to close these old accounts, but keep an older account, credit accounts open, even if you don't use them frequently, can actually help you keep your credit score at a high number. Closing your old accounts can shorten your credit history, and it can negatively impact your credit score. So make sure you guys are not closing these accounts. Just keep them open. If you have credit cards, make sure about every 6 months you go and swipe it. I don't care if you're just getting gas, or if you got a store credit card, you got a Victoria's Secret credit card, get you some underwear or something, just one little thing. They usually have a coupon too. For if you got store cards, you want to maintain it, you really don't want to buy nothing new. If you want to keep that account open, you have to use that credit. So make sure that you guys maintain your old accounts. Avoid missed payments. We kind of went into this already when I said make sure you set up everything on auto pay, but I'm not telling you guys nothing wrong about this. Please have it all set up on auto pay, and then double check to make sure that it is paid every month. I literally have a spreadsheet where I just have all my bills paid, and I in the beginning of the month I just pay them all, and then I go down and see like what exactly I need to put my eyes on, or what need to be paid, or what don't need to be paid. I just want to make sure that this was paid for the month. The statement balance was paid, not just the minimum, but the statement balance. I go in and force a payment just to make sure everything is paid on time. And I want you guys to really avoid these missed payments. And then make sure that you guys are managing your debt effectively. Okay, this is another big thing that you guys need to look into. Reducing your outstanding debt can help improve your credit score in general. So focus on paying down some of your existing debts, and some that have that high interest rate too. And if you can, look into Dave Ramsey, because he always talk about paying off debt and getting rid of your debt. So this can be a great one for you guys. And dispute any negative accounts. I told you guys that I'm going to show you guys the letters that you can use, but definitely dispute your negative debts with Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. And if you need to, you could. I don't want you guys to do it. I wanted you guys to not open without opening any new accounts. But think about a secure credit card. If you guys is in a different place where you can't get any type of credit, think about getting a secure credit card, because that can help you with your credit history. And this is for those people that's like, Rickita, I don't have 4 credit cards. I don't have any credit cards. Like, I need to improve my history. Just get you a nice secure credit card that's going to graduate, where you're not going to think about closing that credit card anytime soon, because they don't have an annual fee, like Capital One, Discover, and Navy Federal. Look into those. So those can help you for sure. But if you follow these different tips and then check out the dispute letters I'm going to show you, then you can have a great chance of actually boosting your credit history and your credit score without opening any new accounts, and start working to remove any of those negative accounts, because that can help you all tremendously.